is Hugga's house. Well, technically, it's outside and it's Hugga raining. Oh, I'm getting a little wet here. Oh, I need to find my umbrella. Anyway, hey, I just wanted to tell you guys that you are awesome! Yeah, especially you wearing the pink. That's right, if you're wearing pink, say hi, Hugga! Yes, that is the color for today, pink. That's right, like my nose. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, so, I've been doing a lot of thinking. Because this hair means I got a really big brain under there. Yep. Or stuffing. Or nothing at all. Yeah, we're going to go with brain. That's a really good one. Okay, so, because there's so much that's important to think about, well, I recently was asked a question. It is a very important question. So I thought, why not read the question to you guys, all you smart people out there, and maybe Carissa can help us answer it, okay? All right. Hold on a second. I gotta go get it. How am I gonna do this? Carissa! I need your help!
Where are you, Hugga?
Outside, of course!
But isn't it raining?
It is, yes, but, we can just we can stand under the porch and not get all wet.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, and can you bring my computer?
Sure.
It's in my house.
Okay, I'll get it.
Good. Now that she's coming, we'll be right back. I'm going to set this camera up a little different so that you can see her and me and the computer and everything and we not get wet, okay? So hold on tight. Here we go. Whoa! Whoa! Hope you're not getting dizzy because I really am getting dizzy. Whoa! Now we will not get wet. Oh, hey, Krista.
Hugga, where are you?
Down here.
Down here?
Yeah, come here. Yeah, I'm over here. Down here.
Down here?
Yeah. Good, now over here. Here, come here. Come here.
Oh, what? Oh. Are you gonna let go of my face, Hugga?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay. Thanks.
Did you bring the computer? The pink one?
Yes, I did bring your pink computer. All right. Got it.
Show the kids. She got it. Yes, she did.
Good.
I wanted you to read the question.
You want me to read the question? Why don't you read the question?
Really?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so this is from... Who's it from?
Right there.
It says it's from Micah.
Micah.
Age 8. That's a great age! Wow, that's awesome!
It is. Here, go ahead and read his question.
How come death, that's scary, pain, and sorrow entered the world all because of one man's sin? Whoa, that is such a big question. I don't think I can answer that one. Take it away, Carissa.
Well, thanks, Hugga. That is a big question. And boys and girls, I think a lot of us wonder that too. Lately we've been talking about Elijah here on Hugga's house, and there are so many examples of this very question found in his story. That's right. So here's some maybe things that'll help, Micah, because I'm sure you're not the only one that wonders those things.
No, I am too. Tell us.
Okay. There's a wonderful Bible verse that I love that completely describes your question. It's found in Romans 5:12.
Oh, wait a second.
What? What are you doing?
I'm finding the Bible verse.
Oh, good idea. It's good to have our handy-dandy pink computer. All right, let's see. There it is. Romans 5:12.
You go for it.
Okay. It says, "Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world." That's exactly your question. You were just asking that. And it says, "And death by sin, and so death passed upon all men, for that all have sinned." So we wonder, Adam, he was the best example that God could give us. Now here's something that you got to remember. When God created the world, everything was perfect. I mean, at the end of each day that God created something, what did he say? He said it was good. That's right. It was death, it was pain or suffering. It was good. And so everything that God made was good. Well, creation was perfect. Everything was good. Adam and Eve were created perfectly. God made them beautiful in his own image. And then no pain or suffering or death was present. I mean, it was just a beautiful place to live, a beautiful place to know joy, and God's ultimate masterpiece.
So what happened?
So what happened? Well, glad you asked. You see, it didn't last because Adam and Eve, obviously they sinned. And we know the story, right? Eve took up the fruit, then Adam took up the fruit, and of course the serpent had, tempted Eve to do this. And then they had all these things, and pretty soon one thing led to another, and then they were banished from the garden.
You shall not enter ever again. You are terrible. Goodbye!
That's right. The very first humans disobeyed God and were banished from this beautiful, good, perfect, wonderful garden. They weren't supposed to eat the tree, and they did. And what was their consequence? It was enormous. I mean, they were not only banished from their home, but now Adam was going to have to work and suffer and know pain and toil. And then we also see that Eve was going to know suffering, and she was going to know hardships that she would never have known. And then we see that the animals and all the rest of creation also were going to have to discover all kinds of things that they would never have known.
I think someone's coming. Oh, hi!
It's one of our friends. Come here. Hi. Aww.
Hey, where's my hug? Do I get a hug? I love you. Yeah. Ah. You taste like cheese.
Were you eating cheese? Oh, yeah, he was. Okay, good. So, back to our question. Everything was changed. And it happened because why?
One guy did all the wrong things.
Yes, and his sin, their sin, led to death. Because as we know, there's always a consequence for everything. Now, when it rains, the earth is watered. Things grow. It makes beautiful things. But when there's a fire, or when there's something tragic that happens, it causes destruction, and it destroys things. Well, sin is kind of like that. When you take something so beautiful and you crack it with just one thing that's bad, it affects the whole thing. And we see that because Adam was our representative, God put him here on this earth as the first man. He represented all the rest of mankind that was to come and to follow. That includes me, that includes you,
and Hugga.
Well, Hugga's a puppet, so you're not really a mankind or a person.
Okay, but we'll just, for this example.
You're still a puppet, Hugga.
Okay.
Right. Well, then as we see, the Bible does tell us that ultimately the disobedience that they did led to death. Romans 6:23 says, "For the wages of sin is death." Yes. But God didn't just leave it at that. It wasn't like, okay, Adam, you did wrong. The whole rest of the world is cursed because of this sin, and now there's no hope. No. He said the wages is death. It means one day you're going to die. But there's hope. The gift is eternal life. I personally don't know why some terrible things happen to certain people and other people it seems like they don't get as bad of things. But I can tell you from experience, I've had a lot of pain, death, and suffering happen in my life. Either people I know and love die, or I've experienced some suffering. I've been very sick sometimes. I've had some very terrible things happen to things that I loved and people that I loved. But you know what? Through it all, it was something that God was taking me through in order to teach me something. Several years ago, I lost someone very precious to me. And through that time, it was hard. I was sad. I grieved terribly. But in the end of it all, beyond the grief, beyond the suffering, beyond the sadness, God had ways of comforting me, of showing me love, and of reminding me that He is always there through everything. whether it is the pain and the suffering, whether it is the tragedy or the hardness. And you know, some of that is we can't control when those things happen, and that's hard. We want the answers. We want to know why. But oftentimes, boys and girls, especially if you say, I love God, I follow Jesus, I want to be known as a Christian, sometimes those tragic things that happen in our life are really about something greater than us. God is working in us, or God is working through us.
Huh?
Well, that means that either God is doing something in our own life to teach us something, or He's using us as an example for someone else to see that God is powerful. He's omniscient. He's omnipresent. He is amazing. And that sometimes is the hardest lesson to learn about all of it. Because originally those things didn't exist. They didn't belong in God's creation. But the good news is, which I love this good news, Hugga, is those things aren't in heaven. And we don't have to worry because they will not be there. There's no pain, there's no sorrow, there's no death in heaven. It's a beautiful, perfect paradise.
I love it! Well, hopefully that answered your question and gave you lots to think about, boys and girls.
But you know what I love about this question? It goes exactly in line with our story. But you know what, Hugga? I think the rain is picking up.
Uh-huh.
I think we need to find a drier spot.
Good idea. Come on, kids.
Oh, that means me too. Okay. Come on, Hugga.
Ah!
All right, I think we found a good place. We're kind of in the room so that way we won't get wet. So, Hugga, the story that I want to talk about is one that actually continues from one of our other stories. We started talking about that prophet named Elijah. And I think it's really important to remember that God was working through Elijah's life. There was a lot of unusual things happening. Hugga, what are you doing under there?
Staying dry.
But nobody can see you.
That's okay. I don't want to get my hair wet.
Well, but nobody can see you. That's not going to be fun for the kids to watch you under a towel the whole time.
Okay, take it off.
All right.
Oh no! Now I have towel hair.
Oh, no, you'll be fine.
No, I gotta fix it. Hold on.
Oh.
Let me get a little rainwater.
I just thought you said you didn't want to get wet.
Okay, one more step. Ha! Thank you. Yes, I look so amazing.
Okay, back with what we were talking about. So we are in our story of Elijah.
Elijah.
That's what I said.
I know, I was just reading you. Elijah. Yeah, Elijah.
Yes. And Elijah, he had just been with a widow woman. And
A little woman?
no, not a widow woman.
A little woman?
No, not a little woman. A widow woman.
Next time enunciate better.
Thank you.
You're welcome, just trying to help.
Anyway, he was in the home of a widow woman. Now all I hear is little woman. Widow. She was a woman that was a widow.
You okay?
I'm fine. Thank you. And here we see that he had just performed a miracle. Well, God had. But he used Elijah as an instrument to help. Well, everything seems to be going great, right? I mean, now they're eating for days. They have plenty of flour and oil to make lots of bread, and everything's wonderful. But there's an issue. The woman still didn't completely believe in God. She was a foreign woman, and she was, she saw this miracle, of course, and she obviously thought it was amazing. But apparently God wanted to prove himself even more to her. And so something very terrible happened.
Why does everything terrible have to happen for God to do something great?
Well, if everything's going right in your life, why would you sometimes need to stop and question and wonder if there's something better? Think about it. If everything's going wonderful and life is great and you don't ever, have any needs or worries, maybe you're not going to learn to depend upon God in the ways that he wants you to.
This is true.
So So sometimes when everything's going great, we don't see that we have a need for something.
Okay.
Well, this woman, everything was going fine, and then her son got sick, and he died.
Huh? He died? Really? He couldn't have just got a bad boo-boo? He couldn't have just got a cold? He couldn't have just stubbed his toe? He couldn't have just lost his favorite toy? I mean, he had to die? What a terrible story this is!
Well, that's what happened. That's what it says in the Bible. Look it up. 1 Kings chapter 17, we see this story.
I am definitely going to fact check this.
Well, we see that he dies. And then suddenly, this woman, things are not going right in her life. This is terrible. This is tragic. Her son, I mean, first off, she's a widow, which means she has no husband. So her husband died.
Oh,
And then she has no food and thinks they're going to die because she's going to run out of food.
oh.
And then the prophet comes and the miracle happens, and it's amazing for every time and wonderful.
Yay, happy, happy.
And now her son dies. Well, God says to Elijah,
Hello.
no, that's not what he said.
I know, hello. Hello. I'm in the rain.
Jim doesn't rain.
Hello. We are not going to get wet now. We are in the rain. Don't close up the umbrella. Help! Help! Ah! Jim Jiminy, Jim Jiminy, Jim Jim Jerry. That is terrible. He just died?
Yes, he died.
Ugh.
Just like that.
Oh. Oh, 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 oh.
I don't think that's going to fix him.
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh.
Yes, definitely dead. Well, then God wanted to perform a miracle, so he told Elijah to lay over the boy 3 times, to lay over top of him.
Do not squish me.
I'm not going to squish you. You're a puppet, remember? You can't feel it.
You are much bigger than me. I mean, I am like, you're like, whoa, Clarissa.
I am not that big.
You're like, I can't even touch the top of your head.
You can touch the top of my head.
No, I can't. Okay, that's not fair.
Okay, so that's what happened. Here's the little boy, and he had died. And Elijah went in, and he said, I will do what you say, God. And so he lays over this boy 1, 2, 3 times, and he tells him, arise, you can wake up now. God has healed you. And the little boy woke up. Woke up. Woke up.
Just kidding, I'm awake.
Hugga.
Okay, do it again.
And he laid over him 3 times and he said, the Lord God is going to heal you. And then he woke up.
Yes, I'm alive.
Yes. And he was. And the Bible tells us because God then healed that little boy and used Elijah, then the woman believed in God. You know, sometimes pain and suffering happen to us. Just like at the beginning of the story that we talked about with Elijah the last time, how, hey, they had no food. It was a drought. It was a terrible time, and they thought they were going to die. But even through that pain, the woman still was doubtful. But then to see her son, her only child, raised to life, this was a miracle that God had to do through a terrible situation for her to believe in him. Boys and girls, I don't know what kind of sadness you've experienced. I know sometimes when I talk to kids, they talk about their little pet died, or they had a grandma or grandpa that died, or maybe they moved far away from their home and they missed it. But boys and girls, whatever pain or sorrow or sadness you've experienced in your life, remember that God knows you. He is right there with you. He sees you. You're in the palm of his hand, and he loves you so much.
Yes, he does.
And he absolutely wants the best for you. But sometimes sometimes he lets us go through those sad times because he's drawing us closer to him. And sure, it all came because of one man, Adam. But he was really the best representative, the best person that God created to represent us all. So don't blame poor Adam. He definitely sinned, and the curse was instilled from there. But guess what, boys and girls? The curse was broken when Jesus came. Jesus said, I offer you eternal life. I died for you so that you can be free from all the pain and the suffering one day. That one day when you die, you'll go to that perfect place of heaven. And it will be absolutely covered in God's love. Just like the umbrella that our friend here has to help him against getting wet from the rain.
That was so beautiful.
Well, I'm glad, Hugga, that touched you.
It did. It touched you right here.
Yes. Well, tell us, boys and girls, what your favorite activity in the rain is.
Not this one.
And feel free to ask us any more questions, and Hugga would love to help me decide how to answer you, so that way you can know and grow more for God.
I think I'm ready to go inside.
No
Sounds good.
playing, Daddy. You need to play with cars.
Oh, I gotta go play with cars. See you later, guys.
Oh, okay, I guess they're gonna go play cars. Well, then I guess I will say, see you later.
Hello. You're gonna be the dump truck and I'm gonna be the mixer?
No, this is Zucker. Zucker picked something broken up.
Oh, how do I play with this thing?
Not like that. In their hand.
I don't have hands that work like yours. My hands are like this. And everything that goes in it just falls.
Turn it on the house.
Okay, so maybe I can watch you play?
No.
No, this guy is tough. What do I do?
Oh, Toby.
Is Toby over there? Toby! Toby!
Ow.
Toby! He's in the rain. I guess he doesn't want to come over.
Maybe not in rain.
Yeah. Oh, you guys can't see Toby? Here he is. There. See? He's, just kind of staring off into the world. He's happy with his life. Yep. That's the little dog for you. Oh, this is fun. Okay. Well, we're going to keep playing. You guys, do you like to play with trucks or cars? Do you have a dog? So many questions today, I know.
Toby.
There he is, Toby!
Wow.
Tell us your favorite part of the video. See you next time.